Here we have some mushrooms, some sea salt, butter, and olive oil. Put that on medium heat, saute that up. Steak that I kind of cut up a little bit. Added some cayenne pepper and a little bit of turmeric. And we're just gonna let this saute, baby. Add a little bit of beer, just a splash. Cooking with novelty. I know it's been a while. I was going through some financial hardships and just a lot of stuff going on in life, but I'm good and I'm back, baby. I'm back better than ever. Today, I'm just making a simple dish. It's going to be a simple steak and mushroom. It's, there's no carbs. You get your protein and you get all the benefits of, mushrooms. Good for your brain. Lots of vitamins and minerals in mushrooms. One of the healthiest things you can eat. If some people don't like the texture, I love it personally. You just gotta learn how to cook and saute them correctly. I think a lot of people, they get the wrong impression of mushrooms because they're just eating mushrooms that are just canned, or someone just, I don't know. There's a bad stigma against mushrooms. But what I did was I just cut them into quarters. Take a mushroom, cut it in half, cut it again. Throw some butter, olive oil, a little bit of diced garlic, fresh garlic. I don't use that canned garlic or whatever in the jar, the garlic in the jar. I get fresh garlic and I mince it up and throw that all in a pan. Throw the mushrooms in there. And then I just threw a little splash of beer. And for some reason, beer really brings out a good flavor in a mushroom. And then I threw a little bit of cayenne pepper and some turmeric. Because turmeric is good antioxidants. And cayenne pepper is it's good at good for your clearing out your system, like releasing toxins. And I like spice. I love spice. So I add cayenne pepper to pretty much everything I make. And then over here, we just have a little sirloin. I just, cut that up, and I'm going to add that into the mixture once the mushrooms are done. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I hope everyone has a good holiday. Stay safe out there. All right, so this is a whole carton of mushroom, or whatever the whole box of mushroom, whatever you want to call it, like a little carton thing you get it in. And you can see how much they shrink. I just use the whole fucking thing. And when you're cooking with mushrooms, it's important to use a lot of butter because the mushrooms absorb it. And what we're gonna do is, you see all this juice in here. I'm gonna scoop these mushrooms out, and this will be like, I'm just gonna scoop them out, keep the juice in the pan. Get yourself like a slotted spoon or something, and get them however you want to do it. This is like the easiest way for me. Get all the mushrooms out, and then we still have that lovely juice in there with all that flavor in there. Can't really see it right now, but that's okay. Now we're gonna add our steak to the juice. And And we're gonna saute this steak in that juice with the nice flavor, with the beer and the mushrooms and all the other, the butter and the garlic and all that good stuff. Just add a little bit more salt. I have sea salt. I recommend sea salt's always better than just regular table salt. And since I have them, since I have the tenderloin cut up, it's gonna cook faster. I like to go for a medium rare, and it shouldn't take long. It's probably about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how well done you like your steak. So we got a little bowl of mushrooms here, and then we'll just throw the steak right on top of there and then drizzle that juice on top. Beautiful. But anyways, I also wanted to promote my new podcast that is coming out. It's going to be called the Saucecast with Novel Tea. Unfortunately, my last project, the Truth Vibration podcast, due to creative differences, it didn't work out. But you can check that out too. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. There were episodes where I wouldn't say it was as funny. But yeah, support that if you want. We're going to have... It's going to be like the same thing for the Saucecast. It's going to be like the same thing as, you know, like some of that comedy aspect of the Truth Vibration podcast. But it's not going to have so much gematria or all that shit. Like, I just don't really care about that. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't need to have that in every episode. We might do like an episode on it, but this one is going to be more comedic. And it's going to be more lighthearted. And that will be out, if not before Christmas, it will be out for the new year. So look for that on my channel. And thank you to everybody who's been liking and subscribing and sharing my videos. I really appreciate it. So, gotta clean the stove off a little. Nobody wants a messy stove, you know. That's a huge turnoff for me. I mean, she's a 10, but her stove is just disgusting. You know what I mean? It's the worst. We're gonna... Alright, so you can see it's browning. And I like my steak medium rare. A little bit more on the rare side. I'm gonna let it kind of soak in the juices a little bit. This is gonna be beautiful. Honestly, you don't even need to cook it much longer. This is almost done. I think I'm just gonna flip it one more time. Just make sure all the sides are getting cooked. And that's how you do it, man. It's fucking easy to cook. I mean, that's how you do it. So if you have some basic knife skills, and I guess maybe it's not. Maybe it's just you either get it or you don't. I don't know. If you suck at cooking, you're probably just going to suck at it for your whole life. There's the intricacies of flavor that just not everyone's going to understand. All right, so we're going to turn the heat off here. And look at that. I mean, it smells wonderful. And we got our mushrooms here in our bowl. Let's go ahead and just put that steak on top. And then we're just gonna drizzle that juice right on top. Oh yeah. And here it is, folks. Not the most colorful dish, I'll give you that. Well, we could actually, hold up. All right, there we go. We seasoned it with a little herbs, Italian herbs. And yeah, you can't go wrong with steak and mushrooms. All right, everybody. Stay tuned once again for the Saucecast, my new podcast, and more future videos with Cooking with Novelty.